Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. So we're in our UH-1H Huey, and today we're looking at using the radios. So we've got 3 radios to play with. We've got the VHF AM radio here, the UHF radio here, and the FM radio here. Now the reason we've got 3 radios is because they all service different frequency bands. So the VHF AM services a band of 118 to 143 megahertz. The UHF, the ultra high frequency, from 225 to 399 megahertz, and the FM to 30 to 87 megahertz. So let's have a look quickly at who we're going to talk to. We're at this airbase here. Click on here. We can see that we've got a ATC of 118.60. Let me write that down for VHF AM. UHF, we've got 250.20. Okay. And let's have a quick look at the keys that we're going to be using to do this. So we're going to go here. So to actually use and trigger the radio, we've got pilot radio trigger here, which is right alt and /. We've also got to be wanting to switch between the pilot and the co-pilot seat to get different views on these radios because they're quite hard to see. 1 is the pilot seat and the co-pilot seat is 2. So we haven't got any of our radios turned on or tuned at the moment. They'll show what happens if we try and contact the tower without any radios. So right alt and /. There we go. And request a taxi.
1-1. Request taxi to runway.
And what we'll see is that we get no response from the tower. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is use the VHF AM to tune into the ATC of 118.6 so we can request takeoff. So we're going to switch to the co-pilot seat. It's going to be a little easier for us to see. We're going to highlight this lower knob here on the left, and we're going to use the left and right mouse button to click between off and power. Make sure we've got it on power, that one there. Then we're going to hover over these toggles here and here to change the frequency, digits and decimals. We're going to use the mouse scroll to actually do the scrolling, to scroll to 118 and then scroll to 060. Okay. Then we're going to come down here. This is the master control for the radio here. This switches between the different methods of radio contact. So we've got PVT for private. I'm not sure what that is, but I don't use it. We've got INT for interphone. You're going to use that if you're going to arm up your chopper, and you get to the arming screen like this and you want to arm something up. Make sure you've got it on INT for that. We've got 1 is VHF FM. 2 is UHF. 3 is VHF AM, and 4 is unused. So we're doing VHF AM number 3. Make sure that all of these switches here are facing upwards, and we're good to go. I'm going to get back in the pilot seat, right alt and /, and contact request taxi to runway.
1-1. Request taxi to runway.
And he should come back to us this time.
Enfield 1-1. Clear to taxi to runway 30. Path 2.
Okay, so that's him contacted on VHF AM. Now let's try UHF, the ultra high frequency. So first of all, we're going to turn off co-pilot seat. We're going to turn off the AM. VHF, I don't think we really have to do this, but I do it as a matter of principle. This is all quite difficult, so it's best to do it on the ground or in a hover to have it all set up. Right, so we've got the UHF now. So we're going to stay on main for this selector here, the frequency mode dial. On the main function selection here, we're going to go from off to transmit receive, and we're going to use these knobs here with the mouse scroll wheel to select the frequency. So we've got 250.20 for the tower. There we go. We're going to change this here to UHF, which is number 2. Back to pilot seat, right alt /, and this time we're going to abort takeoff, F2.
Enfield 1-1. Abort takeoff. Enfield 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
There we go. So we got through again. And that just leaves us with the FM here. Let's just turn that back off. The FM, we just use the left and right mouse buttons on these toggles here to select between 30 and 87. I've got no one really to talk to with the FM at the moment, I don't think. and this could be used for communications or navigation guidance. I've got a tutorial about Huey navigation where we use this to find a bunch of tanks, but we could theoretically tune into whatever frequency we needed to. Master controller here from off to transmit receive. The toggle, radio toggle here to 1. And we would do right alt and backslash again to do whatever we needed to do, but I don't think we've got anyone to select with this radio. A couple of other things, we've got volume knobs, master volume here, which just drag and hold with left click or use the mouse wheel. We've got volume here for VHF AM. I'm using left and right mouse button on the base of this controller here. You've got a test button, which if you have the power on, you could test. UHF, again, volume control there, squelch on or squelch off, depending whatever you want. And there's other options, but we're just going for the basic communication options. And that's about it. It's all I can think about to say for the radios at the moment. I hope that helps, and I'll see you later.